G'day, I'm Melissa Shannon, founder of digitalscrapbookinghq.com, and today I'm here with you in Photoshop Elements 2021 for the ABCs of PSE. Today's letter of the day is the letter Q for the Content Aware Move tool. This is a relatively new tool, and obviously they didn't have many letters left, so it got stuck with Q. So let's show you how it works. So here we have a lovely photo. Lucy's trailing behind a bit. I'd love to move her into this space. So I'm going to select Lucy. I'm going to zoom in a bit. I'm going to select Lucy by just dragging around. This is basically like the Lasso tool. And then I am just going to pick her up and drop her about here. Press enter to apply the changes, and there we have it. Lucy has been moved. Now that has been a pretty quick and dirty movement. They have used the Content Aware fill to fill in the space where Lucy was. And you can also, fix that up by using a bit of cloning to replace the ropes, etc. And I would actually, I'll probably use the spot healing brush tool to just remove that rope from her dress. And then we have a pretty great, pretty easy movement of someone within a photo. The Adobe Sensei Engine makes things pretty simple. Now let's take a look at before and after. That is a pretty quick movement for Lucy in that photo. Here's another example with a slightly more challenging background. You could even use auto selection tool to get yourself a really good selection of your item that you want to move. Then head over to your Content Aware Move and then just, move Matthew wherever we want him to be, and then click the green check mark and it'll do its best to clean up the background. But depending on your exact background, you might have more difficulties such as that. But you can always use the healing tools to clean that all up. Another thing you can do with Content Aware Move is you can use the extend option to basically copy sections of your photograph. So if I want to use this tulip here and fill in a few more tulip, I could click on this one and move it over to here and just have another tulip added to my photograph. And Photoshop Elements does its best to make it blend in. So basically the move is moving an item, and extend copies the item. You can increase the slider to do more healing around the edges of your selection. And again, you can use sample all layers so that if you're using a composite image, it will pick up backgrounds that are in multiple different layers. And transform on drop allows you to resize or rotate. For example, if we try that selection of a tulip again and we then move it over here, notice how all the ones on this side are kind of wind blown, but these ones aren't. I could actually rotate it before I drop it or apply the changes with the green tick or check mark. Whereas if you don't have transform on drop, you just select your little image here and you place it, and then that's all there is to it. You don't have that second chance to resize. So now that we've added lots more flowers to this background, the only thing we really haven't covered was the different selection modes. Once again, you have create a new selection, add to an existing selection, subtract from an existing selection, or keep the intersecting or overlapping selections. So if you aren't familiar with them, you want to go back to the selection tool video, which is the letter M, and that's where I go over that one in great detail. I hope you've learnt a little bit more about the Content Aware Move tool, which is the letter Q. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, click subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified of new videos. If you would like my Photoshop Elements free shortcut cards, you can sign up to my free email list here. And if you'd like to learn more about Photoshop Elements or digital scrapbooking, head to digitalscrapbookinghq.com.